Hey guys, welcome to a new video, and today I shall be making a video about offhand weapons in regards to the damage that you do. Recently there's been a lot of debate of whether if offhands actually make any difference to your damage, and I shall be showing in this video with video clips and a bit of maths to back it up. The offhands really do make a difference. In the background I'm showing some flatline damage done with dual ascensions. I'm only wearing a Ring of Vigor and Supreme Invigorate aura, which means there's no damage boost. Each time in each clip I'm using Deadshot, and I'm showing that the bleed only hits 1044 every time. The initial hit may change, but the bleed will always be 1044 for dual ascensions, so it's a good benchmark to show if damage makes a difference. I also tested the Noxious Longbow, as it's the same tier as dual ascensions, and also found that the Deadshot bleed also hits 1044. Knowing that the Deadshot bleed is always the same, you can find out that offhands really do make a bit more of a difference than you think. I tested a number of different offhands, varying from Death Lotus darts, offhand chaotic crossbow, a blisterwood stake, a demon slayer crossbow, a rune crossbow, and an offhand bronze crossbow, and did the maths to work out the percentage in damage loss that you did. On screen now we have the offhand Death Lotus dart with main hand ascension, and as you can see the bleed does 1028, which is 16 damage less than the dual wield ascensions and Noxious Longbow. This is only a drop in 5 tiers, but you're already losing 1.5% damage on every single ability that you do. So you really have to think, as you go further down, the damage is going to depreciate further and further. Next we've got the offhand chaotic, which does 1013 damage on its Deadshot bleed. Each time it's still the same, and you're losing 3% damage. Now 3% may not seem much, considering that an offhand ascension is effectively 100 mil more at the moment, but when you think over time, 3% really does start to add up. In the background now we got offhand blisterwood stake, which is a tier 70 range weapon, and the damage given by the Deadshot bleed is 983, which is a nearly 6% drop from main hand ascension and offhand ascension together. Next up we've got the offhand demon slayer crossbow, which is a tier 60 range weapon, and the bleed drops to 953, which is a 8.7% drop versus dual wield ascensions. As you go further down, the damage gets lower and lower, which means over time that you will be doing approximately 8.8% less damage. Lastly, I'm testing the offhand bronze crossbow here, which is a 776 damage Deadshot bleed, which is 25.6% less. Really, losing 25% over whether you use a bronze or an ascension, that adds up to a lot of DPS over time, and you really shouldn't sell your offhands. I also tested dual bronzes at the end here, and they do 240 damage, which is a big drop spike, but it's to be expected. So yeah, offhands really do make a difference, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and more content coming up soon.